How's it going? Lurp here, coming at you from my vacation house right now with my friend Brandon. He's been my friend since first grade, so make him feel welcome. Say hello, Brandon.
What's up, guys?
And I got Papa Lurp filming behind us, so we're going to jump right into it with the Twitter questions that you guys asked me first.
Our first question comes from the Chalupinator. His question was, who's your favorite college team? And if you say Ohio State, I'll never come back. Go Blue.
Well, you're in luck because I'm presuming you're a Michigan fan. I'm a Duke basketball fan because my cousin obviously played for Duke, which a lot of you guys know. But for every other sport, I'm going to root for my alma mater, OU. So we have a really big in-state rivalry with OSU. We call them OSU. So you don't have to go anywhere, Chalupinator, because I'm not an OSU fan.
Our second question comes from Alex Ponamaret, and he asks, can you believe it's not butter?
You know, I actually can believe it's not butter. It's got a really weird margarine taste to it that I really can't get over. So I always use butter. I can't believe it's not butter, so not that kind of guy.
Our next question comes from Robert Smith. He asks, what was it like playing with DXCal?
Well, it was truly a blessing in disguise playing with XCal. Just to get in the lobby with him out of sheer luck he was playing in Houston, I was playing in Cleveland. I don't even know how that happened. But I got lucky. I was a nice guy to him, and he was a nice guy back. Other than that, I mean, he's amazing that he promoted my video, too, by liking it. I know a lot of you guys came over once you saw that, and I'm really blessed to have such a loyal fan base that I have now, and hopefully we can keep building it up and go from there.
Billy Bowman asks, what's up, Billy? Asks, will you suck my cock?
Well, Billy's one of my childhood friends, and I've known him since 8th grade. But Billy, unfortunately, you don't have enough money to pay me to suck your cock. So we're going to move to the YouTube questions now, on that note.
Next question comes from Leo67. He asks, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Leo is another good one of my friends, and all that I have to say to that is yes.
Always FSX asks, what do you do for a living?
Well, what I do for a living is I work at a grocery store. I work at Heinen's. It's a grocery store that's limited to the Northeast Ohio region, so a lot of people aren't going to know about it. But I work in the produce department. It's basically like working at any other grocery store. It's not a bad job. It's really tedious and mundane. It's a job, not a career, too, so I'm really not going to enjoy it every day I go into work. But it's got good job security. I can go back there during winter break when I'm home from school, and they'll give me my job back, so I can't complain too bad, but the work, like I said, really boring, really tedious and mundane, and I really don't like it.
Our next two questions come from 3ZESYT. His first question is, what do you think of XCal?
Well, XCal, like I said, really great guy, really genuine person. I don't really like to use the word real because I think it's overused and out of context, but he is a real guy. He's a normal guy, perfectly friendly, awesome, just a really nice person.
His next question is, what kind of music do you prefer?
Well, that's a very good question. I like all types of music, really. I used to only listen to metal and hard rock, but then I went to college and I started to get more into rap and hip-hop and stuff like that because of him. He's a really big rap listener. But now I'll listen anywhere from hard rock, like screamo bands, to rap. But right now, one of my favorite bands is Yellowcard. You guys should really look them up if you ever heard of them. I'm sure that you would all like them. Really great band, really great lyrics, and a really different sound.
Led Zeppelin is God23 asks, what are you majoring in college?
I'm actually majoring in education right now. A lot of people I saw on XCal's video saying don't major in education. But I want to major in education because I want to wake up in the morning and enjoy my job. I don't want to have to go to work and do something boring like I am right now. And I feel like education is the perfect thing for that. I want to be a high school teacher. I want to teach American history and hopefully get into decent public school so I can still make a healthy living off of what I'm doing. I know I'm not going to be anywhere in the hundreds of thousands of dollars from teaching, but I'm fine with that. I just want to get up every single day and enjoy my life. I don't want to have a horrible life doing something that I don't enjoy.
He also asks, tits or ass?
Definitely ass, but it's got to be proportional. That is the most important thing that a lot of people don't understand. If you have too big of tits or too big of ass, it just doesn't work. It's got to work out, and they have to have a good face and a good personality most of all. Because if you're talking to them and you can't stand them, what's the point of the tits and the ass? No point.
Spurs the Noob asks, fuck one, marry one, and kill one. Blame Truth, XCal, and Charlie Sheen.
That's a good question. Well, first of all, I'd definitely kill Charlie Sheen. That's just out the window. I'd fuck Blame Truth, and then I'd marry Xcal just because he gave me my opportunity to get this channel started, and he's a really nice guy, like I said before. I know I said that probably about 50 times, but I can't stress it enough.
I like ZPK asks, does your hair still grow?
Excellent question. I'm going to go on to a rant about this. My hair fucking sucks. I hate it. The only parts that grow is this little front piece right here. Really annoying, so when I get really long hair, all it does, it goes like this, curls out. So I look like I got a fucking Majin sign from Dragon Ball Z on my head. Worst hair that I have. The only good thing about my hair is that it's thick, so that means that it's not going to bald as quickly. But that's why God made hats. He made these hats for kids with hair like me.
Guitar Whelp asks, so he notes that he's also an education major. He wants to know what you want to teach and who are you planning to teach.
That's a good question. I answered it a little while ago. I want to teach American history in high school. It's good that you're an education major too. I like to relate to my subs a little bit. So, yeah, I'm still in my first year, so that might change. I'm really good at math. That's one thing that Mama Lurp always tells me to do is do a math or a science because that's what they're looking for, the high school people. But I really love history. I'm a history buff. That's really why I got into Call of Duty in the first place, because I love wars, and that's also led me into the history field. So, moving on.
League of 90 asks, would you do a Brolympia session with Xcal and Spoon?
A Brolympia session is a definite must, I think. I would love to play with Spoon too and Xcal. I think our personalities would go great together, and who doesn't love the Brolympia and bro rushing people with ballistic knives?
Next question comes from the dyslexic genius. He asks, how old are you and what's your name?
Well, I'm 19 years old. I'm Nick. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio area. I live in a suburb about 20 minutes off, small little city called Mayfield. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard of it, but you should look it up.
The next two questions come from the legendary Arcade9. He asks, why do you get me a hard-on?
That's a good question. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's some type of weird fetish that you have with guys who have a very odd hairline on their head, but whatever gets you up, man, gets you up.
Then he asks, will you do Let's Plays of Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft game, exclusives, and etc.?
Well, I would love to do playthroughs on all the consoles, but for right now, it's basically going to be Xbox games. A lot of them are going to be multi-platform, and some are going to be Xbox exclusives. It's all really still snowballing around right now, so we'll see where it leads us. I still have to get my PlayStation fixed, and frankly, buying a Wii U is really not that much money, so I might end up investing in that.
Wrestling Theme Tunes asks, do you have any big plans for your channel, or are you just taking it slowly?
Well, right now, I'd like to take it a little bit slow, ease into it, get you guys comfortable with me before I start pumping out all this content at once and throwing it all on you. I'm not even sure if you guys want to see that stuff yet, so. But I'll ease into it, but I do have big plans for this channel. I'd like to see more playthroughs and such, more of an Xcal thing where he's putting out like 4 or 5 videos a day. That's where I would like to get to, but kind of want to ease into it right now, kind of get a feel for what you guys want to see and how you guys your feedback to what I'm doing.
DDum2 asks, after joining Bruce in his live commentary, what made you decide to join the oversaturated world of Call of Duty commentaries?
Well, the reason that I wanted to join the world of oversaturated Call of Duty commentators is because I think my personality is a little bit different. I know there's a lot of commentators that probably have a very similar style to me and the same gameplay and stuff, but I have a lot of really original ideas that I don't want to spoil quite yet. But a lot of different ideas for series that I think you guys are going to like, and I'm not just going to be a Call of Duty commentator, guys. It's going to be a bunch of different games. Deadpool, like I said, I haven't seen anybody do a playthrough of that yet, or at least anyone big that I watched do a playthrough of that. So that's something you guys have to look forward to, and I'm really excited to do. But like I said, I'm not just going to do Call of Duty. It's going to be a bunch of different things.
Next question comes from BallerPro69. He asks, what kind of players would you play with in open lobbies? Would they have to have a certain KD or have a mic?
I'll play with anyone, really. As long as you're a cool guy, I don't even mind if you don't have a mic, but play that objective with me, and I'm sure we'll go a long way together. That's all that I care about is the win and having fun.
Anthony Cooper asks, what next-gen console do you plan on getting if you ever get one?
That's another good question. I plan on getting both, actually. That's why I'm working over the summer right now to get these consoles and save up. I'll probably end up getting the PS4 for Christmas and investing in the Xbox One myself. I'll probably end up paying about half of it for Christmas for the PS4 because I don't want to give my parents have to spend all that money on it since it's a really expensive console. But I'll buy the Xbox One all to myself. I already have all the money saved up and gonna buy the games. Hopefully, I don't know how much the games are gonna cost. Hopefully, they'll still be around the same $60 MSRP. But we'll see when it comes around. But I definitely plan on getting both the PS4, the Xbox One, and hopefully the Wii U.
This is a good question. Paragade Savior asks, where did the idea of the Lurp come from?
Oh, that's a very good question. Okay, so long ago.
Radical Gasman wants to know what your thoughts are on your cousin JJ getting traded or getting picked up by the Clippers.
Oh, well, that's a very good question. I'm really excited for JJ to be on the Clippers because they are actually a championship contender. He might not get as many minutes as he would if he got picked up by some scrub team or something, but for him to be on a team that can win a championship and that he can be a good bench player, I'm really excited for that.
Next question comes from Putin Sabone. He asks, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue, probably because I've been a Duke fan, but I've always liked blue for my entire life. I don't know. Probably green's my second favorite color, though.
Craven Husby asks, how serious do you take Call of Duty? And do you want to be a lot better, or are you just really playing for fun?
Well, I like to play for fun a lot. I think if you get too serious in the game, it kind of consumes you. But a lot of times I do let my competitive spirit get the best of me as a baseball player. I always want to win the game, but I try and keep it as laid back as possible. So I don't try and get too frustrated with it, but I think it's good to play with at least a little bit of emotion so that way it's not as dull and you can actually see me wanting to win and win the objective and win the game. So.
Where do Cookies asks, what are some of your favorite games of all time?
Favorite games of all time? All right. Definitely for the N64, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I know a lot of people have really weird pronunciations of that. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it weird. I don't know if it's Ocarina, whatever. Tomato, who cares? For N64, definitely Ocarina of Time and GoldenEye 007. That's how I got into shooters in the first place. Then I would say for Xbox 360, it'd be BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite, and Red Dead Redemption.
Next question comes from Nitro Reaction. He asks, did you have a desire to post gameplay videos before you played with Bruce?
I did have a desire, but I knew how difficult it would be to get started without having a big break first, so I kind of laid back on that. I didn't want to waste $200 on a capture card for only like 5 or 6 people that would ever find me, so I held back until this really happened, which was, like I said before, a blessing in disguise, and I'm really excited to get it going with you guys.
GT Maxi 94 wants to know what's your favorite alcoholic beverage and non-alcoholic.
Well, favorite non-alcoholic beverage is cream soda. Favorite alcoholic beverage I got from Papa Lurp. He got me into it. That would be my Coke and Captain. Can't get enough of that. That tastes really good. It's great any occasion during the winter, summer. Really nice drink.
Also, what's your favorite XCal video?
Oh, my favorite XCal video. I love his From the Desk of XCal series. I love his BioShock Infinite playthrough. Really great. If you guys aren't watching that, go and watch that. And his God of War 3 playthrough. I could not get enough of that. I probably watched that about 3 or 4 times through. So entertaining.
Louis Orellana asks, what is your current favorite game?
Current favorite game? I'd definitely say BioShock Infinite. Great story. I don't know why a lot of people said that they didn't like it because it didn't stay true to the storyline or something, but you gotta try something new. You can't be stuck in Rapture for 6 or 7 games. It gets stale. And I liked what they did with Infinite and everything with Columbia and all the different things that they added into the aspect of the game. So definitely BioShock Infinite is my favorite game right now.
Don Shax asks, who is your favorite porn star?
Favorite porn star? I would have to say between Tory Black and Lexi Diamond, pre-boob job. Definitely. It's all about the ass.
Jenna Ruse asks, what headset do you use?
Well, I have 2 different headsets. They're both Astros. I use my A40s a little bit more just because I don't have to charge them as much and the battery life is a little bit better, but I also have the A50s. They're really both great headsets, a lot of money for both of them, unfortunately, but I'm really lucky to have those headsets. It's great for sound whoring, and it has good mic quality too. So.
Dying Agony asks, do you know the Muffin Man?
The one who lives on Drury Lane? Unfortunately not, no.
Alonzo Huit asks, are you a Redditor?
Yes, I am a Redditor. I'm more of a lurker, though. I don't really post in comments. I just looking at the funny pictures. The only time I really post is in r/snowboarding when I want to figure out what board to get or something like that. But other than that, I'll post a comment here or there. My Reddit name is the _Lurp, I think, if I recall correctly. But just pretty much a lurker. Lurk around, look at funny pictures, cool pictures, and everything like that.
Mitchell Hickman wants you to briefly explain your baseball background.
Okay. Well, I started playing baseball when I was around 4 years old. I played catcher. I didn't start playing catcher until around the minors, which in my age group is about 10, 11 years old, I'd say. And I fell in love with the position. I started playing travel ball around 13 years old, and I've played it ever since. And hopefully next year I'll be on the club team at OU.
Sleeping Panda 11 asks, get rid of the cats or do something about that allergy.
Well, I will be taking Benadryl from now on. Unfortunately, the day that I did my live comm session, we were all out of Benadryl, so I had to suffer with those sniffles. But I'm not getting rid of my cat. The cutest cat in the world. I will show you guys that when I get back home. You will all love her.
Rich Umbi asks, have you ever been to any game conventions?
I did go to one game convention. It wasn't really a game convention. It wasn't like an E3 or a Gamescom or anything. But I went to MLG Columbus with my friends a while back. That wasn't when it was just Halo Reach on the scene, actually. It was Halo Reach, StarCraft, and then a bunch of fighting games. Really fun experience, and I was really into it. Crazy. If you guys haven't gone to an MLG event, you guys definitely have to go.
Revon 579 asks, what kinds of games do you plan on recording eventually?
Like I said before, lots of different games. I like to get my PS3 repaired so I can do different PS3 and Sony games, and then I'm definitely going to do that Deadpool playthrough so you guys can look forward to that. I haven't seen anyone do that. But anything that you guys want to see, I will record, and that is a guarantee.
Dominic Arndt asks, how much dick do you take on a weekly basis?
None, actually, none. So we can move on from that
What's up,
question,
Dom?
Son of a
Alright, our
bitch.
final question, or couple questions, come from Papa Lurp, your dad. He wants to know, if you and I go camping one night and you wake up with a used condom in your ass, would you tell anyone?
No, absolutely not. That is staying to myself.
Then he wants to know if you want to go camping.
Oh boy. And I think that's a good note to end on. So thank you for all the questions, Dad, and everyone on Twitter and YouTube. This will probably be going up against a video that my friend's going to record at home. It'll probably be a theater gameplay from him. That was Alex Ponomarev who asked me a Twitter question earlier. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video and all that fun condom questions at the end. I'll see you guys on Sunday when I'm uploading my live commentary session, finishing that off. You guys have a real treat to look forward to. At the end of that, I do something that I think no commentator has ever done in their first live commentary session. So stay on the edge of your seats, guys, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.
See ya.